Oh man, this is going to be a rambling session. First of all, I don't wear glasses. These are my blue light blocking glasses that have become very efficient in my work, of helping my work become very efficient, much better. Anyways, love and belief. And what do you believe love is? That's something that I was sitting there tossing around in my mind and in my body. And I say both because it kind of pings back and forth between the two, and it's intertwined into the two. And I'm watching a lot of people in their beliefs that are trapped in them and that have completely no place for love and have kind of edged it out. I remember Wayne Dyer said ego was edging God out. And so ego is a lot of thought, it's a lot of mind, it's a lot of belief. And in that realm, can love exist? And what happens to love when belief starts to take over? And I remember going through, sessions with my coaches, Lee and Sherry, and I remember I'm saying, well, I think this, or I think that. Well, maybe she thinks this or that, or whatever the case is, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm on about stuff in my head. And I remember him saying, what does thought have to do with love? And I was like, and I went up in my head to try to think about what thought had to do with love. And it had nothing to do with it. I was like, nothing. Like, love is a feeling. Love is a state of being. And it has nothing to do with thought and belief. So where I see things happening with the politics and with people fighting is they're caught in a lot of belief and disconnecting from love. And that is really what is happening a lot all around us right now. And it happens in relationships. And it's like, well, my belief system is this. The way I define my reality is this. The way I define words is this way or that way. And I believe that this word looks like this, and then this is how it should show up. And then when it doesn't, it's like, oh, I'm let down, or I'm sad, or I believe that this isn't love because of it didn't match what my expectation was or my belief. And it really isn't. It's just completely wiped love away. It just dulled it out. It just darkened it. It just put a shadow on it. Because people, I hear them fighting and arguing and this and that, but they'll say at the end of the day, though, I really love that person. So in that place of love, like, do you want to continue to suffer? Is the love causing you the suffering, or is the belief causing you the suffering? The arguing and the fighting that I see between political parties and religious parties it's astronomical. It's so off the charts, but sometimes they're trying to say the same thing at the end of it all. Is like it's about love and being in a space where you just want to love and be loved, and you want to be loved by those people and by your creator, and you want to give love, but all the defenses come up because of belief a lot of the times. And trauma, but we're talking about belief right now. I'm reading this little excerpt by this cute little book that I have called All God's Creatures. Super cute little daily devotional. It's all about animals. It's super awesome. They have a little Bible verse at the top, and then they have a little excerpt about an animal, and then something at the bottom that they say, all written by different people. And I was reading this one today, and she's talking about this dog who never met somebody she didn't like. And the Psalm 5:3 is at the top, and it says, in the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. And so, it's like, oh, I expect an answer. I expect things to happen and expect something. So then the little story goes on to say that this dog just went up to everybody just joyously and, didn't have any walls or blocks, and there was no fear. And it was saying that, she was just fearless, and the other dogs were far more fearful, and she went in without fear at all. And she said, how often have I thought about how life would be different if I could be like this dog, a little less fearful for the future instead of more expectant, and instead more expectant of good things to come. And it says God has given us reasons to remain in expectancy for his promises and kindness in our lives. And let's do that. And she says, Lord, help me to remember that whatever I meditate upon is what I will see. A Christian book. Whatever I meditate upon is what I'll see. Psalm 5:3. I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. Well, how is it that they're so opposite, law of attraction and meditation and putting out positive affirmation? They aren't. They aren't. They are not different. They are saying the same thing. And if you read the Jesus Calling Calendar by Sarah Young, you're going to see the same thing if you read a law of attraction calendar. Same concept, folks. Stop fighting. Stop being afraid that this is the only way or this is the only way. And being in your rigid ass belief system that causes you suffering, disconnects you from other humans, thereby disconnecting you from loving deeper and actually getting into a feeling of what you really want to see show up in your life. And that's love and connection and belonging. But if we're so separated all the time by belief, how the fuck is that going to happen? It's not. It's not. And you know what? That's part of our lives. That's part of humans on the planet right now. That's what's happening. I don't know why. Maybe God will, let us know one day why this is all here. But if you were to ask me the why, it's to get to the most unconditional, purest place of love that we possibly can. That's the why. To have compassion and grace and empathy, also in a balanced way that keeps us being whole and complete. And love and belief, they don't like to be in the same space. What do you believe love is? And if I ask somebody that, they come up with all these heady reasons of what they think love is and what they believe love to be and what it should look like and how it should show up and this and this and this and this. And now you have just deleted and erased the love because you've taken it and picked it apart with your mind and did not go into that space with your heart. So if you could just for 1 minute just be in a place of love today, close your eyes and go within and breathe. Instead of when somebody asks you about love, you look up like this and you start looking around or start with your head. Every time I ask a client a question, they'll access the memory, the thought, and whatever. They're up here. And when my coaches did that to me and said, where are you at? Where are you looking? Because what does all that have to do with love? And it was nothing. It was my defenses, my programs, my fears. And if I just let myself love, I start to go into tears. Because that's where we want to be, in the most purest place possible. And I know that some of you are going to go into tears when you think about that. Because it's like, holy shit, I do want to, where are the barriers to love? I put up my own defenses all day, every day, and I just want to feel love and connection. And I can be mad because of a belief. I can be mad because holding a grudge because of what I think. But and of course I hold boundaries and never let anybody walk on me. And sometimes I will have to let people exit my life. And that's the truth. But we're not talking about the truth. We're talking about love and belief. Can I be in a place of love today? And can I recognize where my belief is causing me suffering and where it blocks love?